Hello friends, hope you all are doing well and staying safe. Welcome back to yet another video of the Football Mania, bring you all the latest news and exciting updates from the football world. It was always going to be a challenge initially, but when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And that is exactly what has happened in the case of Indian football. The culmination of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup at the DY Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai between Spain and Colombia, arguably two heavyweights of world football, clashed in the final. And it was a very successful tournament. All the things, in spite of all the challenges in terms of logistics, in terms of transport, in terms of accommodation, you may call about the facilities which were there inside the stadium. Everything was going to be a challenge, but in the end, all the officials and all the coordinators ensured that along with the volunteers, they have placed a successful tournament. This is the second Under 17 World Cup which has been hosted by India, and we have to congratulate how India has done. It has been a very tireless effort, I have to say this, and the final being hosted at DY Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai, a city which absolutely loves sport to the core, was given that kind of incentive to watch these young girls participate and perform at the highest level. And it is always fascinating and so inspiring to see young girls from all across the globe coming in your own backyard and performing. Yes, they are just at the under 17 stage, but they have given a wonderful display of their talent, and it will actually inspire young Indian girls to take up not just football but any sport at a very young age. Talking about the match itself, it was a very cagey contest. It was between two teams which had already met in the group stage, and coming into this match, both teams were looking really confident, because if we talk about Spain, they have a very standard system of playing. They like to keep possession of the ball, and La Rojita, as they are popularly known, were going to dominate the possession. In the first half, it was a stalemate. Colombia had a few chances, but they came close in the second half as well. They could have created some more chances. They could have actually capitalized on Spain's tactics of pressing more players forward, and that was leaving a space in behind. That is where Colombia could have capitalized, in my opinion, but that phase of play never came. Spain were dominant not just in the defensive third and the middle third, but also in the attacking third. They were winning all the second balls. All the aerial duels went in Spain's favor, and they were really good in game management. And the only goal of the final came in the 82nd minute. It was a very unfortunate own goal, and that is sometimes sheer luck and misfortune. And you cannot help it when it goes on the back of their own defender. And this is where I call Spain as sometimes riding their own luck. Yes, they could have scored a clear goal from open play, but sometimes you require that kind of luck to go in your way. And Spain, being the champions, this is their second consecutive under 17 Women's World Cup, having bagged the trophy in 2018 when the tournament was played in Uruguay. And I have to tell that there were all the officials who had obviously witnessed this final, the likes of the AIFF Technical Committee head, Mr. I.M. Vijayan, all the AIFF officials, including Mr. Kalyan Chaube, Mr. Shaji Prabhakaran, and all the executives were present. And it was a moment in history for Indian football. Talking about the narrative, it was always going to be a very monumental task hosting the Under 17 Women's World Cup, considering the fact that there are only three venues. And if you talk about these three venues, they have had their own history of hosting big matches in terms of the SAF tournaments and also in terms of the Hero ISL. And I was always going to be optimistic about the way things would pan out. Yes, the Indian national women's team did not have a very good start. in the tournament. They lost all their three matches in the group stage, but it was a very good learning curve. And we have to look at the big picture from all of this. It is not just about the performance of the Indian team, but it is the kind of legacy that the FIFA Under 17 Women's World Cup will leave behind. And the person who has been instrumental in, pioneering a vision of a good sports infrastructure at the DY Patil University is Mr. Vijay Patil, who has been at the helm of affairs right since 1991 when the DY Patil University was launched. And he always had a vision for developing world class infrastructure. And it was really good to see that this tournament being hosted, the final in DY Patil Stadium was a mouth-watering prospect. And everyone was talking about how this stadium has now grown into one of the best venues in India for hosting finals. Yes, they hosted the IPL final, and also now they've hosted the FIFA Under 17 Women's World Cup final, which just goes to show that they are complying with the international standards. They are having a very, very good management which is being backed by investment, and that is where I would like to see more and more universities and educational institutions dwelling on the fact that you require to invest. As long as you are investing systematically on developing world class infrastructure, it will create a positive environment, a strong environment where more young girls and boys can play football or any other sport. And let's be honest about it, that has been the talking point for more than a decade now. There have been so many institutions which have come up in India, not just government but also private universities. Everyone can take a leap out of the book of DY Patil University, which has been pioneering sports infrastructure from a very, very long time. All in all, the Under 17 Women's World Cup was always going to be a challenge being hosted in India, but all the administrators, all the volunteers, and the entire workforce deserves a huge round of applause, and they have worked tirelessly throughout the 15 days. Let's be honest, it has to be taken as something very, very positive moving forward, and we all, as fans of Indian football, can expect us to host the big tournament that is the FIFA World Cup when India qualifies in the future. So, guys, please let me know what are your thoughts about the FIFA Under 17 Women's World Cup. How did India fare in hosting this successful tournament? And how do you think is the prospect of women's football in the future? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Once again, congratulations to the Spain Under 17 team. And if you have not yet liked this video, please hit the like button. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, it's very, very simple. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification for regular updates. So until next time, stay safe and take care.